doing a little audio upgrade on my 2010 Honda Crosstour. Couldn't find any good videos on a full through and through guide to it, so it took me a little while. But just for starters, you're gonna wanna, hook your cable up there, run it straight across there if you want, we're under. And then there's two firewalls that are easy to get to. There's one right there and one right down there. So the one over there is completely blocked by the air blower, so don't even bother with it. Let me get my light here. This one right here, you can see where the wire's going through. That one's kind of like almost dead center of the dash, so you'd figure you'd have to take out your whole dash and head unit. You don't. I did that, but you really don't, because I realized that doesn't help. So what you do is you can get your arm in here, you'll figure it out. Grab a bax cutter, just cut off the top of that, cut a little hole through the top of that right there. Don't bother with the surrounding flat rubber. That behind it is just hard plastic, so you want to pretty much cut into the main wire run. And then to get a wire fish through it, you can use a wire fish or whatever. I'd recommend, just metal spool of wire, if you can find something like that or similar. So you're just gonna poke it through the top of that, fish it around a bit. It's gonna be pretty difficult. It's gonna take you 30 minutes, and then you want to get it through. You'll know when you get it through. You'll get it through the first one. There's a second pop if you get through the second bit of rubber on the inside. And then you'll know you're in. So for up here, first of all, you can see this little connector right there. That's your gas pedal. You want to unplug that. It'll make a little bit of room so you can see. Let's see here if I can get in there so you can see. You can see that little white plastic there where the cord's coming out. That's the grommet. So when you get your wire fish through there from the engine bay, you're going to want to grab some sort of tool, longer-ish reach tool, so you can just see the wire or see the fish and grab it and pull it straight through. And then what you do is you tie it off onto your cable, obviously. What I recommend for that, let's see if I can find it around here. What I recommend for that, you just crimp one of those bad boys on there, and then you bend the wire around the, the little loop, that big one there. Bend it around the loop so it's on there solid, and then you just pull the wire and it'll fish it straight through. So, yep, that's the firewall portion. All right, so the next step, once you get your firewall wire run, is to basically disassemble the whole back. That is if you're doing subwoofer and you need to get into the stock subwoofer audio signal. If you don't have a stock subwoofer, you just go into the front doors. You'll have to get a separate tutorial for that. But for mine, what you got to do first to disassemble the back, the whole entire rear, is you got your your seat cushions here, and you need to take that out. So how you do that is there's these little clips. It's just right underneath the seat. You can shove your hand in there, you'll feel it. You need to push down on the seat deck slightly, pull that out, it'll pop straight up. And then one on the other side as well. And then you'll need to fold this all the way down, this seat backing. And then in here, you can see a little bolt hole right there. That is gonna have a bolt on it. You need to take it off because it's got a wire run through there, or a holder run through there. You just take off that one bolt. It's probably like 10 millimeters, I think. And then the whole seat cushion will slide straight out. Easy peasy. All right, so now you got the bench removed. What you do, so there's this side upholstery thing. You can see it right there. All you got to do, there's this black bolt right here. It's screwed into nothing because, I just put it there so you don't lose it. But it's holding in a plastic L bracket. It's like white plastic. You just take that off. And then you put your hand on this thing, slides straight up and pulls out. This seatbelt, you just have to, fold it and pull it out of there so it's not on there. So super simple. Okay, so now you removed your back seat. The reason you do that, so you can remove your whole back trim pins and all this stuff. It takes about 30 to 40 minutes. If you have the tools on hand, you just need like 6 millimeter, 8 millimeter, 10 millimeter, 12 millimeter, somewhere around that range, I think. So You need to take off all this trim to get to the subwoofer wire, which is that right there. It's straight out in the open. So to do that, first you just remove your center cover, remove that plastic thing, and then what you gotta do is you take out your side buckets. Here are your side storage containers. They're held on by these clips here and this clip here, and then there is one bolt right there. So that's pretty straightforward. There, you need a flathead. You pop up a little cover with a flathead, and then you use a long socket bolt. It's going to be kind of deep, so you need a long socket bolt or a socket. Just take that out, and the whole thing will pop up. It'll take a little bit of pressure. You want to be careful not to crack your plastic, but you know, it's pretty straightforward. And you do the same thing on that side, and that will allow you to take off this scratch guard because it's kind of layered. So you got to take off these side things and the scratch guard, and then that lets you get to this whole side panel here. So this side panel is this right here. You can see it kind of hooks around to where the seat hooks are, and then seat belt, it's like right there. Can't remember what this is, but what you're gonna do is firstly you pop off a little panel there, and you got your tie down point. So you pop off a little panel there, you unscrew the tie down point, and then you're good. It's not blocking the way anymore. So what you do is you just grab on here, pull it, unclip, unclip, unclip. You can see these are the clips. It's got green clips here, the metal ones there. Just pull it straight out, and then you can get to these ones. And then this doesn't have any clips, but it is held in. It's gonna be, you're gonna have to bend the material to get it out, because this is bent, or this is over top of the whole metal loop. So you just gotta bend this whole material out, slide it over. This is gonna be kind of tucked in somewhere. You just kind of untuck it. And then right here is also gonna be caught a little bit, I believe. And then you just take the whole thing out. So pretty simple. Oh, yeah, and one other thing, so you have your seat latch here that puts your seats down. You need to remove that. So there's just a little thing right here. You don't have to remove that, but you just pop out the little thing, unscrew, and then it'll be loose. And then when you pop out your panel, it's still going to be stuck on something. It's going to be stuck on your cable run that is attached to this handle. All you got to do, you'll see it back here. There's this little clip right there. You unclip the wire, well, not wire, you know, the cable, and then it'll be free, and it'll just be dangling in there. And now you need to get this out here, this whole flat panel. You'll see it's the one with the tie downs on it. So to do that, it's super simple. You go up here when your seats are down, you can get in the material, pop it up. It has two clips, super simple. Just give it a little jerk and it'll come out, right out. But then the back here is going to be stuck down. The reason that is you have your tie downs here. The tie downs go into this bolt hole right here, and it's going to be a little bit annoying to find out how to remove that. What you got to do is you get a flathead screwdriver or like a panel or a clip removal tool, and it's got a little plastic flip. The bottom of the bottom tray of the hold down flips up. It takes a lot of pressure and you're gonna scratch it. Once it flips up, there's gonna be one Phillips head in there. Super simple. And this whole panel just comes straight up. You can take it out of your car. And then you have all your room you need. So now you have your subwoofer right out in the open. It's super simple. This is plugged into that. This is the subwoofer cable. So just take that out. And then if you're wiring into it, you just unwrap some of that tape, and then it'll let you take off this wire loom, and then you'll just solder into these, run the cable. So you're gonna, you're gonna solder your cable into there. You're not cutting it, you're just pigtailing off of it, and then you want it under all your stuff here. It runs down here, under there, out there. You're gonna want to run it over here. This is like kind of the corner of your carpet. You're just gonna drill a hole in your carpet. It'll come straight out. Super simple. and that just runs into your amplifier as the high level signal input. All right, so speaker wire is tailed off of that. Goes down there, zip tie, down there, behind that little plastic bit there, around here, zip tied there. And then this is styrofoam that holds in the tire kit. It's perfect. Has a ton of pressure. Just slot it in there. There's just enough room to be able to squeeze in. It goes under there, and put a zip tie right there so it doesn't wiggle. And then it's gonna come up, come straight out that corner there. And then the amp's gonna be like right there.